Hey everybody, just continuing on here with our Avalon small business payroll template, and today we're going to cover how to add an employee. So as you can see in our how-to page, we've got the steps to add an employee and a link to TD1 form, so I'll go over that as well. So number one here, you're going to want to find a tab to add this employee to. If you have a new employee or you're adding a number of employees at the same time, you're going to want to jump into one of these tabs and assign that to somebody. So here I've added in Art Vandelay as our employee number one, and he's on a salary. If he was on an hourly wage, I'd put him here and pay him bi-weekly, and I'd put his name in here. But we've got him in two spots now, so just bear with me for that. And then for any hourly employees, we're going to want a vacation rate and pay that vacation out each pay period. So that can be for 2 weeks equals 4%, 3 weeks equals 6%, and so on from there. But going back to adding an employee here, you'll see the first thing we need when we add an employee is make sure we have their TD1 forms. So you can click the link here and download your TD1 forms for the respective federal and provincial ones as well. So I'm going to go open a federal one here, and you'll download a PDF and show you what that looks like. So each employee, you're going to want to collect their last name, obviously, first name, date of birth, employee number if it's relevant, address, postal code, and their social insurance number. Keep this in a safe and secure place, of course, and have them fill this out. They're going to want their basic personal amount, which is all included here, and any other amounts that might apply to them. So same thing with the provincial one. You'll want two of these forms, one for federal, one for provincial. They will sign that and date it, and you tally up their total claim amount. And I'll show you when you're running payroll where to enter this when we're going into the CRA payroll calculator, but you'll want to keep this for your files anyways. And just a note, you're supposed to get a new one of these every year. They don't usually change much, but as a best practice, you're supposed to collect them from your employees every year. So once you've collected their information, you're going to want to go over to that employee. Let's see, employee number one. And yes, now I have a TD1 collected, and I have my provincial TD1 collected. So here I'm going to enter the claim amount. So let's say it was $14,500, and it might be a little bit different for provincial. And then there's going to be a respective tax code, and I'll show you what that looks like in a later video when you're running your payroll, but I'm just going to call that tax code 1 for now. This will just help you speed up your running of your payroll later when you know the tax code and can easily use their drop-down menu. So that's how to add an employee. So you got their salary, I've got their wages per period, and then I'm going to be entering those when I run their payroll. Collected their TD1s, BC TD1s, and entered their claim amounts here. And now I've got this employee added. I've got him as a salary employee, and you could add someone else as an hourly here, and we'll just be entering their hours and their hourly rate. So that's how to add an employee in here. You can always refer back to the directions here, but fairly simple to add an employee and get your payroll started. So next video we'll cover how to run your payroll and what you might need to do afterwards. So we've got steps here, but I'll do another video on that shortly. Thanks so much.